Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome you to the Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the AAA Texas 500. We are here today for race number 34. Chase race number 8 for 34 laps of racing here around the Great American Speedway, Texas. Starting on the front row, two drivers who are not running for the championship this year, the 5 of Casey Kane and the 99 of Carl Edwards. Row 2, two more drivers not running for the championship any longer. Jeff Gordon in the 24, alongside the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Row 3, the 17, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., alongside the highest chase driver right now, the 20 of Matt Kenseth. Row 4 is Eric Almirola and Clint Bowyer, and running out the top 10 is the 18 of Kyle Busch and the 31 of Ryan Newman. Coming in here with a points lead, the number 2 of Brad Keselowski. He has a 1-point lead on Matt Kenseth, 2-point lead on his Penske teammate, Joey Logano. Clint Bowyer and Kevin Harvick, your top 5 in points. McMurray, Newman, and Earnhardt Jr. through 8th. So right now, the things stay the same. It is right now, the 4 drivers who would be running for a championship at Homestead would be Keselowski, Kenseth, Logano, and Bowyer. So that is pretty much all of the pre-race news. Look, there's only really one new change. The 77 starting last is going to be driven by David Riddleman instead of Dave Blaney this weekend. And that is all for the pre-race news. Let's send it down track side so we can get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the pace car will lead Casey Kane and Carl Edwards off pit road. We're going to take you to your starting grid for today's race at Texas. A team that is really in good shape right now here at Texas would be that 20 car of Matt Kenseth starting on the outside of row number 3. Remember, in the spring, Kenseth won this race, and I believe it was the 22 Logano that came home in second place. Logano starting deep in the field. 29th for Joey Logano, the green flag, in just a matter of moments. 8 drivers remaining. 8 drivers are still standing as after 8 drivers have been eliminated from the championship. Jeff Gordon, Denny Hamlin, Greg Biffle, AJ Allmendinger, Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards, Eric Almirola, and Kyle Larson all have been knocked out of contention to win the title. Kenseth, Keselowski, just to name a few, still in the hunt. The pace car leads the field off turn 4. The fans are on their feet. The AAA Texas 500 with Casey Kane leading him down to the green flag. We're on the way from Texas. Kenseth trying to cross down on the nose of the 17 of Stenhouse to clear him, and he does, and the 18's already in the wall. He took out somebody, Almirola. Did they save it though? Yeah, no cost him. I don't know what Kyle Busch was trying to do or put right there. Jeff Gordon moves up into second place. Kenseth the third. Now Stenhouse, Edwards, Bowyer, Truex, Johnson, and Keselowski trying to get 4th place. Right now for Clint Bowyer to be running for the championship at Homestead right now. Same thing with the 20 and the 2. Johnson, 2 former champions. And right now it's a 3-car break with Casey Kane, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth right now, your top 3. Now remember, the thing with Jeff Gordon and Denny Hamlin and Biffle and Allmendinger, they're trying to finish 13th in points. That's the highest they can finish now. And wait, no, that's the highest Gordon can finish in points is 9th. So they're all trying to get as much screw runs as possible so they can finish inside the top 9 in points. Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards, Almirola, and Larson, they're trying to get 13th in points. Coming out of turn number 4 is still Casey Kane out in front of his teammate Jeff Ford. Is now under attack from last year's Rookie of the Year, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who's having a great run in that Nationwide Insurance Ford. Now Matt Kenseth to the inside of Gordon. Here comes Johnson and Keselowski. Carl Edwards driving by Clint Boyer for a spot. Here's a guy who really needs a good run right now. That 31 car. Hamlin a little tap from the 27 of Paul Menard in turn 3. Under control, there's Newman's Tony Stewart. Kevin Harvick right now needs a good run. McMurray needs a really good run. Guy who's right now needs the best run out of all of our Chase contenders right now is this 88 of Dale Jr. 15th is where he is currently running. Allgaier 16th, Dillon, Biffle, Truex, and Ambrose. Logano trying to move up as much as possible in that 22. Here's Kyle Busch trying to work his way back up to the front after his little skirmish with Almirola. Eric Almirola now 41st. And Stenhouse has moved up into 2nd place. Johnson to 3rd, Keselowski to 4th, Kenseth back to 5th. And Gordon's being attacked now by the 99 of Carl Edwards. Edwards now has Denny Hamlin on his back bumper. Casey Kane, the only Hendrick driver who did not qualify for the 16-car chase. The only Hendrick driver who has not won a race, but right now this is his 4th pole of 2014. Casey Kane, more 4 poles right now. He is in the Bud Shootout for next year. It's been limited. Now Jimmy Johnson catching Stenhouse for 2nd place. He won this race last year. Keselowski 4th and Matt Kenseth your top 5. Jeff Ford, Denny Hamlin, Paul Menard, Tony Stewart, and Clint Boyer at your top 10. Kevin Harvick, Dale Jr., Jamie McMurray, Carl Edwards, Justin Allgaier, Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon, Greg Biffle, Marcus Ambrose, and Martin Truex. Joey Logano, David Gillen, Casey Mears, Busch, David Reagan, and Travis Quapple. And something must happen to the 55 of Brian Vickers, who won last time out at Martinsville. There's Josh Wise really slow right there, coming off turn 4 on the front stretch. So far we are still green. We are 9 laps in. Right now it's still Casey Kane out in front of the field. Johnson and Keselowski catching Stenhouse with 2nd place. Here they go to the inside. Jimmy Johnson, he has never won a year without winning a race. Right now, we actually said Casey Kane was the only Hendrick driver who has not won a race. Jimmy Johnson, I forgot, he has not won a race this year either. We're so used to the 48 team always winning. We actually forgot about the 48. So right now, Gordon Jr. are the only 2 drivers. They moved by Stenhouse to drop him back to 4th. Now Matt with him. 2 of Keselowski to the inside of Johnson with 2nd place. Is allowing Kevin Harvick up inside the top 10 now. Jamie McMurray trying to gain a spot on Tony Stewart. Clint Boyer fell back to 12th right now in the 15. Now in the clutches of the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Another impressive run out of the 51 of Justin Allgaier. This is like the 3rd straight race. Allgaier is up inside the top 20. Won the pole at Talladega. Had a 18th place finish at Martinsville last week, and right now running 15th in that 51 car. There's Logano getting around Marcus Ambrose. Ryan Newman 31. Keselowski's driven away from the 48 to 17 in the 20. Down the 5 of Casey Kane. He was a little bit quicker last time by. Harvick giving Gordon a little tap down the back straight away. Jeff Gordon has it. Kevin Harvick wants it. Harvick looking to the inside. No. Look at the run Gordon gets on Harvick off turn 4. Talk about Kyle Busch in that lap 1 crash, kind of a crash with Almirola. He's worked his way up to 32nd, trying to get around Cole Witt in the 26. And there is Brian Vickers back here. I have no idea what happened to the 55. Keselowski and Johnson catching the 5 Kane. Matt Kenseth got around now to 4th place. Now Denny Hamlin in the 11 and Paul Menard in the 27. Jeff Gordon, Ken Harvick, and Jamie McMurray your top 10. So right now, and here comes Keselowski to the inside for the lead. But not far from passing the halfway point in this race. Brad on the inside, Casey Kane on the outside. Kane's led all 15 laps so far, and he's not ready to give up the lead yet. Here comes his teammate Johnson to the inside. And Johnson clears Keselowski coming off turn 2. Now Brad's going to have to try to regroup and see if he can get that second spot back away from the 48. And this is all allowing the 20 of Matt Kenseth to gain time. First and second in points, so right now a third and fourth. Right now, Harvick and Bowyer would be two drivers fighting for the championship at Homestead. Joey Logano would be eliminated. Right now. Now McMurray and Bowyer going by the 24 Jeff Gordon. And a nice decent run right now for the 14 of Tony Stewart. And we got trouble in turn 3. Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has crashed. Landon Castle in the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. have crashed in turn 3. Turn 1. So that will face car will come and pick up leader Casey Kane. Jamie Johnson second. Brad Keselowski, Matt Kenseth, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. top 5. And all 3 cars that were involved are on pit road. Martin Truex Jr. started up in not really remember where he stood. Right there's going to get a little tap from the 3 of Austin Dillon. Turns Truex down into the 42 of Kyle Larson. Dillon hits the outside wall pretty hard. Truex hits Dillon again. He drives away though. There's Reagan going by in the 34. But here comes Landon Castle, nowhere to go. And the 18 is going to be the same thing, I'm sure, with the 40 of Landon Castle. Kyle Busch runs right there. And look at Brian Vickers able to go through all that. That 55 was very fortunate not to run into the 18 of Kyle Busch. There's Wise, Almirola, and Nemechek. Kyle Busch did a good job not rolling down the track. Let's go on board with the 55. Right behind the 18 of Kyle Busch. See the wrecking Busch trying to get slowed down. Vickers trying to get slowed down. And look at that. A great miss for the 55 of Vickers. If only he had more of that good misses, he maybe could be in the chase right now. But it looks like Martin Truex Jr., Landon Castle, and Kyle Busch are done for the day. None of the drivers have retired yet. Right now, the 23 of Mike Bliss might be our leader. I believe everybody came down pit road. We're gonna check that. Alright, should be. Coming down pit road right now to a Travis Quapple. I believe some guys were coming down pit road when that crash was happening. So right now, Josh Wise, Eric Almirola, JJ Yeley, and Joe Nemechek were 1 lap down. Travis Quapple took his from behind the wall. Mike Bliss is at the tail end of the lead lap in 34th. Your leader right now is Casey Kane. Second, Brad Keselowski. Third, Matt Kenseth. Fourth, Denny Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson. Fifth, McMurray, Stenhouse, Harvick, Logano, and Bowyer. Paul Menard, Justin Allgaier, Ambrose, Gordon, Allmendinger, Kurt Busch, Stewart, Biffle, David Gilliland, and Kyle Larson in the top 20. Ryan Newman, 21st right now, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 has damage. He is 32nd. So right now, 6 of our 8 chasers are up inside the top 10. And what a great spots made up by the 22 of Joey Logano as we back to green. Did a great job picking his way up through the field. And now they go to the outside of the 23 of Mike Bliss. Casey Kane on the outside. Now Keselowski will be stuck on the bottom behind Bliss, who may not be up to speed. They come off turn 2. Keselowski pushing Mike Bliss down into turn 3. Might be a little bit too fast than he wants to go. To the inside of Kenseth. And Kane's trying to get the run off turn 4. They're side by side. Bliss trying not to go a lap down. Here comes Johnson. And Keselowski had a good turn 1. Here he goes to the inside. Kane trying to get momentum off the turn. The outside seems to be better in turn 3 and 4 than it is in turn 1 and 2. And now Keselowski moves by. He will take the lead away. Bliss still wanting to hold up the 5 of Kane. Kane could have made a boom by now. He's just really stuck. He's really not trying to make a move right now. And look at the 4 car. Kevin Harvick trying to get up here. Look at Logano in the 22. Started 29th. And has worked his way up inside the top 5. Bringing the 15 to Clint Bowyer. And Kane still not wanting to get out of underneath the 23 of Bliss. Now he finally makes a move. I have no idea why it took him that long. Kind of ridiculous right now for the 5. Jimmy Johnson on the back bumper of Brad Keselowski, coming to 9 to go. Next time by Kevin Harvick or Joey Logano and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. your top 5. Clint Bowyer. Now Paul Menard trying to get around McMurray for 7th place. Look at Kane trying to come back on the inside. 33 cars on the lead lap, and there goes Harvick and Logano by the 48 of Johnson. Can Logano get from 29th to the lead? Now 22 car had to take maybe 2 tires on that pit stop because he gained a lot of spots on pit road. Landon Castle will finish 42nd, and Race Martin Truex Jr. 41st, and Kyle Busch 40th. Chasers Keselowski, Harvick, and Logano, and now is 4th of our chasers. McMurray will be 5th. Newman 6th. Kenseth has fell all the way back to 19th place. Also back here, Dale Jr. in the 88, not making really no time. Jr.'s off pace. He's 33rd right now. Not quite sure what happened to the 88 too. Matt Kenseth wants to gain some. He got the 20 car's got to gain some more spots back. You just got to run the 31 of Ryan Newman. Now going after the 77, David Ruderman, who's doing really good right now in that 77 car. That Team Smith races with Dave Blaney, Ruderman in that car. Ruderman's start of the year, I believe. Started at BK Racing. Left that team early in the season. Back up front, there you have Brad Keselowski. 2 wins this season. His first win came at Dover, the Monster Mile in the spring. His second win came, I think it was Kansas. He's had a lot of second place finishes, and he is coming strong here at the end of the year. Joey Logano 2nd, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, and Paul Menard a great run right now for the 48 of Johnson. And now Harvick to the inside for Logano for 2nd place. Can't make nothing happen. Now Bowyer on the outside of Biffle. Bowyer wants to stay in front of as much. The 15 wants to stay in front of the 1 car. That's for sure. Right now looking very bad for Dale Jr. and Ryan Newman to advance to round number to the final round at Homestead. Newman was able to get back around Kenseth, who's now right now 19th. Newman on the inside of Allmendinger. There's Brian Vickers. A nice rebound for the 55 of Vickers, who's on the inside. Right now going by the 47. Remember, he was outside the top 30 when that caution came out. He's worked his way up back almost inside the top 15. One back down. 3 to go for Keselowski. Now he has to get a Junior. He has to go down a little bit. took the win away from Keselowski at Phoenix because of lap track. Here comes Logano. Keselowski stuck behind. Logano has to stay. Logano's making that brag. Coming out, turn 4, 2 to go. Logano is back in it. Harvick has to slow down and get around the 88. And now Logano to the inside for the lead. And if these two stay side by side, can the 4 Harvick catch them? Coming out of turn number 2, down the backstretch. Keselowski hanging tough on the outside, but Logano coming back on the inside. Kevin Harvick in 3rd place, trying to get to 22. Logano coming out, turn 4. Logano gave it all he had now. He might have to surrender to the 4 Harvick. Coming down to the white flag, 1 to go for Keselowski. Harvick back to the inside of Logano. Logano getting a run on the outside. Can Harvick run off the they can be solid. Looks like Harvick might clear him entering turn 3. That is all behind the 2 Keselowski won the championship 2 years ago. Had a 2013. He's coming back though to run for the championship once again. Keselowski, your winner. Was that the 48 on pit road? Jimmy Johnson will end up finishing 33rd because he looks like he had to come down pit road. Oh, he blew up. That has been Jimmy Johnson's season right there. 34th is where he will finish. The reason why Johnson's 24th in points is because of that right there. He had great shots to win races, but pit stops and mechanical failures and crashes just ruined that season right there. And he might fall. Well, back up front though, Brad Keselowski gets his 3rd win of the year, 2nd win in the chase, and he is going to be a factor at Homestead, no doubt about it. Kevin Harvick 2nd. He looks like he will pass Clint Bowyer to move up inside the top 4 in points. Right now, McMurray, Newman, and especially Earnhardt Jr. have work to do next week at Phoenix. They're going to make the chase, or they're going to make the final round to go for the Homestead for the championship. So, right now, it looks like Keselowski, Kenseth, Logano. Whoa. Let's see. 16 right now. The top 4 should be Keselowski, Logano, Harvick, and Bowyer. Kenseth's going to have some work to do next week at Phoenix. So guys, thank you for watching here today at Texas for the AAA Texas 500. We'll see you next week at Desert. Phoenix, where Joey Logano went to victory lane and Keselowski came in 2nd. So it should be a great race out in the desert. We'll see you next week. And congrats to Keselowski on his 3rd win of the year at Texas. And it's still not wanting to stop recording once again. Yeah, you guys can stop watching. This thing will just not stop recording. So